Commissioner Mamangiwa noted that that there are vacancies and a commitment to absorbing qualified youth into the system.
You, the youth, I don't know why you don't want to get police. Why is it that you don't have to get the police? His Excellency, the Executive Governor, has bought over 100 vehicles. They are there, lined up. They are looking for policemen to put in those vehicles so that we can make your state safe. But there are no men.
The commissioner expressed concern over the increased involvement of youth in cult-related activities and other social vices, describing the trend as a major challenge requiring urgent intervention from families, communities, religious bodies, and security agencies. Speaking at the event, the National Coordinator of Police Campaign Against Cultism and Other Vices, Pokakov, Venone Kewin, urged youth to discover and maximize their talents and skills, irrespective of how insignificant they may appear. According to her, the campaign goes beyond awareness creation and seeks to provide platforms that empowers young people to become productive members of the society.
And how do you not just talk to them or sensitize them? How do you take their mind off crime? One of the ways we do this is through partnership with different organizations, NGOs and private institutions, civil society organizations. We partner with them in terms of building of skills, creating skills and developing skills for them to have what they are doing.
Stakeholders at the event commended the initiative, describing it as a proactive approach to crime prevention, youth development.
It's about this kind of campaign, so that people will begin to understand us.
As much as it's our responsibility to start from the grassroots, to nurture these children in the sense of responsibility. Let them make the good from the back.
Having community leaders here, I can assure you that we are going to take this message home.
The program also featured the presentation of awards of excellence and selfless service to deserving organizations and individuals, including the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, non-governmental organizations, the chairman of the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, and the traditional rulers for their contributions to public safety and community development. In ENUGU, Chinemere Mikebuna, Signaturetv News. The campaign.
The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has signed a 15-year lease agreement with the ENUGU State Government for the management of its Digital Industrial Park and Digital Learning Center in ENUGU. The move is aimed at accelerating Nigeria's digital economy and expanding opportunities for technology-driven growth by transforming the center into an artificial intelligence institute and talent development hub. Correspondent Chinemere Nkebunam also has this report.
The partnership between the NCC and ENUGU state government is expected to deepen digital innovation, entrepreneurship, artificial intelligence education, and technology-driven job creation. It will help position ENUGU as a leading hub for digital service and innovation in Africa. At a signing ceremony held at the Government House ENUGU, the executive chairman and chief executive officer of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, described the partnership as a significant step towards achieving the plans of the federal government to build a $1 trillion economy driven by innovation, productivity, and private sector growth. Maida expressed confidence ability of the ENUGU state government to maximize the facilities, citing Governor Peter Mbah's investments in education, digital infrastructure, innovation, and human capital development.
Your Excellency, these outcomes speak to purposeful leadership. I commend your vision and commitment to building an economy that is prepared for the future. I am particularly encouraged by your administration's renewed drive to recruit about 6,500 teachers in support of the Smart New School initiative.
This is extremely important because more investment delivers more enduring returns than investment in people.
The special advisor to the governor on digital economy and micro, small and medium enterprise, Arinze Chilo Ofia, expressed appreciation to the federal government and the NCC for entrusting Enugu State with the responsibility of activating and maximizing the facilities for the benefit of citizens and the broader digital ecosystem.
We are really proud of this collaboration and the good work His Excellency is doing, Dr. NPC Peter Mbak. His digital transformation drive is very deliberate, and also want to thank our president for making sure these initiatives and collaborations between federal and subnationals is possible.
Enugu State Governor Peter Mbak praised President Bola Tinubu and the federal government for prioritizing digital economy as a key pillar of national development. The governor noted that artificial intelligence is projected to contribute trillions of dollars to the global economy by 2030 and emphasized the need to prepare young Nigerians to participate effectively at the global arena.
We want to once again thank you for this great partnership that we hope will accelerate access to digital learning and create opportunity and unlock innovation in our states and the country at large.
The agreement marks another major milestone in Enugu's digital transformation journey and is expected to strengthen the state's position as an emerging center for artificial intelligence, innovation, entrepreneurship in Nigeria and beyond. In Enugu, Chinemerem Ikebunam, Signaturetv News.
The Nigerian Bar Association says the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has no power to unilaterally freeze the bank accounts of the Osun State government. He stated that the EFCC's post-no-debit order has the capacity to stall the operations of the Osun government. Speaking on a media chat, the outgoing NBA president, Afam Osigwe, said the court order if it believes that an account of a state government is being used for fraud. Osigwe said the EFCC order is unconstitutional and violates the powers of an anti-graft agency, insisting that no government agency or any person has the right or power to restrict withdrawals from the account of any state because, first of all, the order has the effect of grounding the activities of a government. He said the EFCC knows that any particular account is being used for the purpose of fraud, may be able to obtain a court order, but it cannot make a blanket order freezing the account of any state and urged the bank not to comply with the directive of an anti-graft agency. The anti-graft agency had directed First Bank not to allow withdrawals from Osun State government's statutory allocation account as part of an ongoing investigation. Now, Nigeria has rescued more than 300 abducted victims in what the presidency describes as the country's largest single-day rescue operation. The victims were rescued from the Kainji Lake National Park during a joint operation involving the military, police intelligence agencies and the National Counter-Terrorism Center. The victims, including the 163 people abducted in Kwara State and 145 others taken in Niger State, were receiving medical care at a military site before being reunited with their families. President Bola Tinubu had praised the operation, describing it as a sign of improved coordination among Nigeria's security agents. A series of abductions, including attacks in parts of north, central, and southern Nigeria, has raised fresh concerns that insecurity is spreading beyond the country's traditional conflict zones. A former director of public relations of the Nigeria Air Force, retired Air Vice Marshal Adesanya, has welcomed the federal government's recent salary increase for military personnel, but argued that improving troop welfare requires far more than higher pay. Speaking at a live television program, Adesanya described a new salary structure approved by President Bola Tinubu as a significant milestone sent to boost morale, improve retention of experienced personnel, and help reduce corruption within the armed forces. However, stressed, salaries represent only one aspect of a comprehensive welfare package needed to strengthen the military and enhance national security, and called for greater investment in military health care, education for the children of service personnel, and housing, both during and after active service. said military hospitals should be equipped to provide world-class medical care, noting that personnel should not encounter broken diagnostic equipment such as MRI or CT scan machines when seeking treatment. Detained Director General of the contentious Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council, Adeniyi Adeyemi, has cried out that the police are holding him illegally. In a statement by its lawyer, Prince Ademola Oyedokun demanded that the House of Representatives question him at a public sitting rather than a closed-door session. Oyedokun said his client welcomed the House inquiry into the Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council and insisted that the National Assembly holds its mandate from the Nigerian people and has the constitutional power to establish the facts of a matter. According to him, Adeyemi had never refused to appear before the committee, stressing that his client has remained in police custody without being produced before the committee or any court. The legal representatives noted that the police told the committee that Adeyemi Matthew was held pursuant to a court order, but insisted that the order in question, a bench warrant, only authorized his arrest and did not authorize his detention. He further stated that an application for his client's production and release was already before the appropriate court and called on the committee to reconsider its plan to interview Adeyemi at an undisclosed date and place, since the allegations against his client were made in public. His responses should also be heard in public. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, says Nigeria must prepare its young people for power and not just for the office. Spoke in Abuja at the launch of a Leadership for Equity, Advocacy and Development Fellowship, an initiative of Gender Mobile Initiative. The Speaker was represented by the Chairman of the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, Khalifat Ogbara, said the fellowship is coming at a critical time when Nigeria is having one of the world's largest youth population. Abbas highlighted the need for inclusion, commending the fellowship's focus on women, persons with disabilities and marginalized groups. Spokesman of the House, Akintunde Rotimi, noted that effective leadership must be nurtured and stated that the legislative agenda of the 10th House is focused on inclusion, transparency, and citizen engagement. Executive lead of the Gender Mobile Initiative, Omawumi Ogunrotimi, said the lead fellowship would also set up an alumni policy network to mentor future leaders and drive policy research. Still to come, Russian strikes kill 6 in Ukraine. Super Falcons crush Egypt 6-2 in Rabat to secure quarterfinal ticket. Stay with us.
Every second, every minute, every day, news is breaking, events occur, and there are new developments. At Signaturetv, we follow these stories objectively, bringing all sides without bias, explaining the complex issues, breaking down the numbers, and investigating the issues behind the news. Anywhere and everywhere, near or far, wherever the news is, we will be there. Signaturetv. News in your pocket.
The head of the Apostolic Church in Armenia, widely regarded as the world's first Christian nation, and 6 other senior clerics will go on trial on Friday, the latest escalation of a bitter struggle with the government of Prime Minister Nicole Pashinyan. Catholicos Karenlik II, who has led the church since 1999, is accused alongside the other defendants of failing to comply with a civil court order temporarily reinstating the bishop whom the church had defrocked and face up to 2 years in prison if convicted. The case is the most significant legal challenge yet to the leadership of the Apostolic Church, a powerful institution in Armenia that traces the country's adoption of Christianity to 301 AD. It comes amid deepening tensions between church and state over Pashinyan's leadership and his handling of peace talks with Azerbaijan after a series of wars dating back to the 1980s. Pashinyan, re-elected in June, has won strong backing from the European Union as it tries to steer Armenia closer to the West and away from Russia's orbit. But opposition politicians, church leaders and civil society groups say the persecution of the Catholicos is politically motivated and part of a wider crackdown on government critics. Rescuers worked on Thursday to douse fires and clear debris in Ukraine's eastern city of Balaklia after Russian strikes on homes killed 3 overnight. Authorities said on the Telegram messaging app that 3 people were also killed overnight and at least 19 wounded in Russian attacks on settlements in the northern region of Sami. Ukrainian police said on Telegram that 12 more were wounded in the city of Sami itself following an attack with guided aerial bombs. Regional administration also said on Telegram that a drone attack on a van wounded 6 in the southern region of Kherson. Both Russia and Ukraine denying targeting civilians in the war triggered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. South Korea's military says North Korea fired an unidentified projectile on Thursday towards the sea to the east of the Korean peninsula. The launch follows a series of tests this year, including short-range ballistic missiles, artillery rockets, and other tactical weapons designed to bolster the isolated state's military capabilities. North Korean state media KCNA said the most recent confirmed weapons test in late June involved an upgraded 240 mm multiple launch rocket system, tactical ballistic missiles, and a 155 mm self-propelled howitzer. In sports, Nigeria's Super Falcons have booked their place in the quarterfinals with 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, leading a decisive victory to guarantee progression from Group C. Defending champions put on a clinical masterclass, demolishing Egypt by 6-2 in Rabat. Pressure was immense following an unpredictable group stage campaign, where a breakthrough came in the 21st minute when a VAR review confirmed an Egyptian handball. Star forward Asisato Shola coolly converted from a penalty spot to set the tone for Gift Monday, who Shola immediately made an impact by firing home a brilliant second goal for Nigeria. Egypt pulled one back via a controversial penalty from Nadia Ghazi right before the break, making it 2-1 at half-time. Second half saw a complete tactical breakdown from the Pharaohs as the Falcons unleashed an attacking clinic, with Uche Nakano making it 3 in the 57th minute, followed by a clinical penalty from Christy Ucheibe. Despite another consolation goal from Egypt's Ghazi, Nigerian skipper Rashidat Ajibade slotted home a 91st minute penalty before Joy Omewa sealed a historic 6-2 rout in final stoppage time. With a resounding victory, the Super Falcons successfully sealed their spot in the final 8 and officially scheduled to battle their longtime continental rivals Cameroon in a highly anticipated quarterfinal blockbuster. And on a sad note, Ugandans are mourning the death at 27 of one of the country's best-known footballers after he was beaten by suspected robbers near his home in the capital, Kampala. Police said David Owori,
Captain David Owori, has sadly passed away after reportedly being attacked by thugs while on his way home last night. Owori succumbed to his injuries in hospital earlier today.
Owori was captain Sports Club Fair, the Ugandan Premier League record champions, where he played both as a right back and midfielder, and has also represented the country's national team, the Cranes. Witnesses said a group of attackers hit the footballer with paving stones on Tuesday night before robbing Owori of his belongings and fleeing, leaving him unconscious. SC Villa spokesperson Hassan Kasenge told journalists that Owori was targeted just outside his home in Makindye, Kampala's suburb, and was rushed to a nearby medical clinic and then transferred to a private facility in the city, where he died of his injuries on Wednesday. Local police spokesperson Rachel Kwawala said detectives were pursuing leads to identify those responsible. Chelsea have reportedly placed 11 players on a transfer list as the club continues its squad overhaul during the ongoing summer transfer window. The Blues are said to be looking to reduce the size of their squad after spending more than £300 million in new signings this summer. The club has strengthened its ranks with the arrivals of Morgan Rogers, Maxine Lacroix, Marco Palestra, Giovanni Quenda, Valentin Baco, Danny Welbeck, and Emmanuel Amea. As reported by The Athletic on Thursday, the players available for transfer include Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Malagusto, Benoit Bashile, Axel Dasasi, Trevor Chaloba, Mark Gui, David Datru, Fofana, Liam Delap, and Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea expected to sanction further departures before the summer transfer window closes as they continue to reshape the squad. Meanwhile, Chelsea's preparation for the 2026-27 season have produced mixed results. Xabi Alonso's side recorded 1 win and 2 defeats in their opening 3 pre-season fixtures. The Blues began their tour in spectacular fashion, defeating Western Sydney Wanderers 6-4 in an entertaining encounter. Blues will now look again to regain momentum in the remaining friendlies against AC Milan on Saturday. Global News, I am Barry Kumoado. Thank you very much for watching.
Tired of the snow? Tired of the bad TV signals? Nigeria has gone digital. Introducing Free TV, the national platform for every Nigerian. Get 100 plus channels immediately. Sports, news, and entertainment in your native language. All with clear picture quality. Whether you're in the city or the village, our satellite signal reaches every corner of 36 states from day one. No monthly subscription, just a compatible decoder and you are set. It's a national asset built for you. Take the show on the road, download the Free TV app and stream your favorite channels anywhere. Starting this May, scan to download the app or call 0700 388 7277. Free TV, digital TV for free. Brought to you by NBC.
Health is more than a diagnosis. It's your lifestyle, your choices, and your future. Join us on Inside Health, your weekly deep dive into the stories, science, and solutions shaping your well-being. From expert interviews to real-life journeys of healing and hope, we cover it all.
One of the complications of cancer management or treatment is they have some of them, at one point in time, you see them having anemia. Okay, so you see them at times being transfused, but at the same time you come in with the diet.
Nutrition, mental health, innovations in medicine, fitness, and everyday wellness. Whether you're managing a condition, staying informed, or just living your best life, Inside Health is your trusted guide.
I'm Signaturetv, and I'll be with you every week on Inside Health, only on Signaturetv.
Signaturetv, news in your pocket. Signaturetv, news in your pocket.
New every morning on Signaturetv, we open the day for you with needed energy, information, and required vibes to shape your day. From sizzling snippets of stories in various areas of life to intriguing conversations with net worth guests.
When you have people who have no track record becoming your leaders, you have a problem.
There's no outstanding gratuity when Obi took over from me. I left in all the accounts of Anambra State 13.8 billion for him.
Your day cannot be complete without Signature Morning on weekdays and Signature New Day on weekends. There is no better way to start your day except Signature Morning and Signature New Day every day on Signaturetv.
Signaturetv, news in your pocket.